Okay, everyone, so now let's talk a little bit about the Entrepreneurship Challenge. This is going to be our morning activity for the next 2 weeks during J term. And so, first off, you're probably asking yourself, what is entrepreneurship? So, entrepreneurship generally, and we're going to have some videos that help explain it. By the end of J term, you should fully understand this concept. Entrepreneurship is sort of the name given to people and the task of building businesses. Okay, so entrepreneurship is very much a business skill. Specifically, it looks at what does it take to start new businesses. All right, so that is the challenge that we're posing to all of you over the next 2 weeks. Come up with an idea to start a new business here in Lexington or wherever you want to start it in the world. Start a new business that is profitable, that makes the world a better place, that provides a needed good or service to people. Package all of that stuff up, the business proposal, package all of that up into presentation, and I'll talk about all the documentation that goes with this proposal in a few minutes. And then we want you to pitch these business ideas to actual Lexington business people working in industry, in a few different industries that we're going to look at more deeply. Okay? So the overall point of what we're trying to do here is really try and stretch your business skills. This is, for some of you, probably never been done before. If you happen to be working a part-time job or something like that, you're starting to get some of these skills. But if you don't happen to be working in a part-time job, this is probably the first time in your lives that you're all going to really sort of deeply explore this concept of working in business and starting businesses and making profits and all kinds of, we're going to dive into all kinds of topics that try to help you better build and think about the business proposal that you're going to make. Okay, so that is what we're going to be spending our mornings on. Each morning there's going to be a mixture of content and topics that we want to dive more deeply on, a series of activities that help you better understand that content and then better apply that understanding to your own proposal. There's going to be a lot of time where you're working on your proposals and developing those and making those really sharp, because we have some pretty interesting and pretty well-respected people in the city coming to judge these presentations. For an example, Bill Farmer is the president of the local United Way. He's going to be coming and judging your presentations. There's going to be quite a few folks, a lot of folks actually, that are going to be judging your presentations. And we want them to be of really, really high quality, because we definitely have some important people in town coming. Now, we have rewards, we have prizes for the winning proposals in each of our 5 categories, as well as the overall winning advisory. Okay, so we have prizes and rewards for each of those. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a later video. But yes, there is a reason to do this. There's a why at the end. A lot of that why is that you get to spend a school day or two out and about working out in the real world, meeting with some real interesting people, maybe taking a tour of Toyota, doing some stuff like that instead of being in school. So that is, of course, a pretty nice reward at the end of this project. And of course, all of that is just to help motivate you, but internally, you should be motivated yourself to start playing in the business world here. We live in a capitalist economy, guys. This is the world that we live in here in the United States. Business is the primary entity that we use to make this country work in terms of a money standpoint. You know, everyone's working at business. Many people are working at businesses, getting paid by that business, doing jobs. We'll go into more detail on all of that. But this is very real world kind of stuff. Yes, it is. We're gonna let you be creative about your own idea, and yes, maybe most or almost all of these companies won't actually come into existence. That's fine. We're giving you that creative freedom to think about what kinds of companies you might want to start if you wanted to start a company. But all of the skills that you're using along the way over the next 2 weeks, these are for real life world skills that you need to survive in this really global economy that we live in. So that's the big takeaway. We want you to really dive deep in the world of business, start to understand what like marketing is and looks and feels like, how to be responsive to customers, how to get information. There's a ton. We'll get into all of it. That is going to be our big morning project though, the Entrepreneurial Design Challenge. Come up with an idea to start a new business, get all the details of that business lined out, and then pitch that business to a group of judges that will serve as our potential investors with a reward system at the back end of all of that. Sound fun? I hope it sounds fun to you, at least a little bit. I'll get into more detail. We're going to work in teams. You're going to get to work together. There's going to be get to make videos. There's all kinds of stuff we're going to have to do, and there's a lot of work involved. But I hope it sounds fun, and I hope that this is a good experience for you starting to play and dabble in the world of business.